Being a filmmaker can get a little hectic sometimes. Deadlines, traveling, constantly shooting and hopping from one project to the next. It's exhausting. Sometimes we need to just slow down and remind ourselves why we started this in the first place. It was because we genuinely just enjoyed documenting. Today I decided to just capture the daily moments in my life. No planned shoots, budgets, or expectations. Just go out and shoot whatever I see. So, this is me falling back in love with filming. I am the only person on this beach. So recently I moved within California, 20 minutes away. I used to live in Irvine, which was this like suburban, rich little city. And now I live in Newport Beach. It's pretty amazing. I have watched the sunset every day. And in that little intro, I kind of wanted to remind myself why I do this. I enjoy documenting my life, and I just wanted to document my last week in Irvine and my first week in Newport. Yeah, pretty much I've just been always working. If you didn't know, I work for Universal Music Group. I also do a lot of freelance on the side, so it's kind of nice to just be able to do something for myself today. This is the vlog, and today we're going to be talking about sound design. So I like to think of sound design as its own art form. Basically, you have your entire video, but I think the sound timeline is its own way of telling your story. You should close your eyes and be able to visualize exactly what is going on in the video or feel exactly what the video is supposed to make you feel. In one of my last videos about what it's like to be a teenager during a pandemic, I used the entire audio timeline to tell the story on its own. I feel like sound design is the way to make a person feel something. And when you use all these little emotional elements, it can really help elevate your video. So if you want someone to feel stressed, for example, use like sighing sounds, breathing sounds, or ringing sounds. Make someone feel like something's ringing in their head. Be creative with it and really think about what you want the viewer to be feeling and find sounds that kind of help display that feeling. Okay, so we made it to our next spot. We are in one of my go-to kind of like hiking spots. We've made it to the top, but this is the beautiful view. So the next tip I want to talk about is using sounds to transition from one clip to the next. I constantly use this, and one of my favorite techniques is to use whoosh sounds in between two clips. I put the speed at 50% on a whoosh sound I find from Epidemic sound. It just makes it feel like you're pushing to the next clip, which I love for some reason. It just works every single time. The second way I use sound to transition between two clips is by using J-cuts. A J-cut is where you hear the sound of the second clip before you actually see it on the screen. I use this all the time because it makes the video flow more naturally you kind of know what to expect when the next clip comes, flows more easily, and just using sound as a transition makes the video feel a lot more professional rather than kind of using effects to transition. The next tip is to choose sounds that are calming to the ear or like pleasing to the ear. I think genuinely videos are so much more aesthetic when I'm listening to sounds that I like wish I could hear in real life. I've been on TikTok a lot recently, and there seems to be a little bit of a trend going on with these like short little travel videos that basically make you feel a little nostalgic and are very aesthetic. I even post videos like this, and I think the reason why is because the sound design is so pleasing to the ear and it makes you kind of feel calm in the midst of all of this hectic, fast-paced TikTok. There's something about like that nostalgia that a lot of people nowadays love to feel when they're watching a video, because we're kind of like lacking that right now. We don't really go out as much, especially during COVID, and I think feeling nostalgic about the good times and using sound design to kind of bring people into that is something that is used a lot recently. Some of my favorite sounds that are super relaxing to the ear are ocean wave sounds, rustling grass, like walking through grass. I use this a lot even when I'm not even walking through grass. The sound of a match strike, I love that sound. I use it a lot for transitions. I think adding filters and changing the speed of these sound effects also really help elevate these pieces to make it not actually sound like a match striking and maybe just some random sound that can be used to kind of bring you from one clip to the next. Another sound I love is the sound of like rock piling. Don't know why, you can literally discover so many sounds, and this leads me to the sponsor of this video, which is Epidemic Sound. I've literally been using Epidemic Sound for about 4 years now, and it is my go-to for all of my sound effects, I swear to God. It is so easy to just search up a sound that you're looking for and find it, and find like 20 different versions of that same sound as well. Epidemic Sound owns 100% of all the music that they have, so you'll never get a copyright strike or any takedowns. Epidemic's library is huge with over 35,000 tracks and 90,000 sound effects, with new tracks added every week. Their music is also professionally produced and all original, and it is so easy to find what music I want for my film by figuring out the mood or genre that I want to display. There are different licenses depending on what you need, whether it's a personal plan or a commercial plan, and with Epidemic, you're still allowed to monetize your video without worrying about it getting demonetized or strikes or flagged. You can click the link in the description box to receive a free 1-month trial, and any of the videos that you actually use during your trials will remain protected and safe even if you cancel your subscription. So be sure to check that out. So as you know, I work in the music industry, work on visuals for artists, and something that I've really dived into is music production and understanding how different artists are big. And it really made me realize that specific artists have such unique styles, and that's what makes them so big, and they use so many different emotional elements in their songs to kind of make people feel that emotion. For example, Taylor Swift uses her own heartbeat in a song. Olivia Rodrigo uses her mom's like car sound in Driver's License. Billie Eilish uses like a match sound. And I think it's so interesting how you can really use different sounds to create the beat of the song. And I think people don't really recognize these little details, but they all combined help to create a very emotional song, and that's what I think could relate to a travel video. And using specific sounds can help differentiate your style from other people's videos. So really think about that audio track as an art form in itself. Think about it like how you would produce a song. I think you could be so creative with sound design just as much as you could be creative with the actual edit. Overall, I just really wanted to emphasize how important sound design is. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Jake Irish and Joel. I'll link their Instagrams in the description because they helped me with that intro sequence, and we shot in Kauai and got some dope shots of me, so thank you guys. Yeah, thank you to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video, and I hope you guys kind of enjoyed my thoughts about sound, learned something new. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment below what you thought, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.